Hey, salute everybody. Welcome on in. It is what, Saturday? Saturday afternoon? Yeah, that'll do it. Saturday afternoon, my friends. Welcome on in. Welcome. Getting a little bit later start than I wanted to. I've been trying to get it to a point where I can like get a much earlier start in the day, but I've spent a few hours here getting some things together. So I've been working on the vertical plugin for OBS, trying to like set scenes up and stuff in it. And I mean, it's fine. I don't understand why anybody would want to watch a stream like that. I really don't. I mean, it's like I've got it right now. I'm looking at the OBS preview window, and it gives you like the main preview window, and then it gives you the vertical. And in the vertical, like I'm looking at the same screen you guys are looking at. I've kind of shifted it over a little bit, and I've tried to expand it out so it takes up the whole screen and everything. But like for coding, it's like you can only see up to like, let me see if I can highlight how much text you can see here. So if I go like that, so that whole line is visible. Let me see, let's do the logger line here. So go logger, and you can see up to there, one more right there. Right, so that's where the right side of the screen ends. The left side of the screen is right touching this number 6 here, and that's kind of the vertical slice that you see. And I don't know how. I'm guessing that doesn't really make sense for the vertical streaming. I mean, I guess in a game it's not too terrible because most of the action is taking place in the center of the screen. But for like a text-based thing like this, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna have to put like the screen, like have it only take up half the screen, and then the top half will just have to be something. I don't know, I guess I'll throw an image behind myself or something and I'll have my webcam there because I don't have a background behind me. So, and I don't want to make the webcam, I don't want my webcam to take up half the screen. nobody wants to see my giant amorphous head that large on any screen, regardless of how small the screen actually is. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do for like when I'm looking on the surface, and then I'll have to see what it looks like for when it comes to gaming. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Because I'm kind of like, you can link the sources together, but you can't link, you can link the scenes together, but you can't link the sources together. So when a particular source is active, it doesn't quite work the same way. So I'm guessing if I want that to work the way I want it to, where it like repositions things, I'm gonna have to move the I'm gonna have to make a second scene in OBS that's just for the, because right now it's just doing a different source. It's, you know, turning one source off, turning the other source on. Everything else is the same, which is what I want. But I guess I'll have to make another, I'll have to duplicate that scene and then make another one that's just for that, which I guess makes sense in the long term too. Just given like there's certain things that just don't apply necessarily for the programming streams and stuff. So yeah, I got a few things to kind of work out there. It's a little bit a little bit weird. Also, we'll see what happens when I finish the stream today, but I tried to exit OBS earlier, and it hard crashed. Like I couldn't kill the process. The process was just sitting there and just not doing anything. In fact, Windows itself could not reboot. Even though I said ignore, just reboot anyway, it could not reboot. I had to actually hard close it and hard turn off the power and turn the power back on. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, their plugin just kind of needs more time. Needs more time to cook, I think, because I've never seen an application quite literally stop Windows from being able to reboot itself. Like, Windows itself could not kill the process. That's saying something right there. Like, when you've made a process that even the OS cannot successfully kill and hangs the entire OS, you've accomplished something. Not anything good, but something. Anyway, friends. So we're gonna pick up where I left off with the chat stuff here. So last night I was able to get the basic settings page working, which is basically just a copy of the alert settings stuff, which is great and awesome. So we got that going, and all that's wired up. The next part now is to actually have the wire up the chat view, which we have most of it. I think probably in place here. I just have to go through because I'm again using the view controller that I had for the alerts. Just copy paste and change some things. Where's my alerts? There we go. So views, view chat. So you got chat SSE and then chat contents. So we have that. So then this I know now is going to be am I missing something up here? Oh yeah. So this would be chat settings. Right. And I need the model. Where's the model at here? Here we go. Chat text color. And we gotta figure out the font stuff too again. I gotta pull that over from Hex here. So there's our chat text color. Yeah, we'll do the font stuff later. I need size. Where do I do the size at here? Because you'd think I would have that. I guess I have that on chat message. Okay, we don't have any alert sound or alert image. That makes this a little bit easier. Oh, I do the font size like right here. So this would be chat settings. Settings. Yeah, that's what I'm missing on the other one. Chat settings. Settings. Chat text color. Okay. Settings ID. Problem here is the ID is going to be the same for every chat message, which is not. I mean, the ID is really for the alert type, not the chat message. So it's not going to work quite the way I want it at the moment, but let's just see where we're at here. Still have some console logs going. All right, I think I can get rid of those. I should get rid of those on the other thing too. Chat. To see. What that comes down to. Chat. Should be chat. Text size, chat settings, chat text color. So this is going to be the weird part. So I need to show the message that came in. So where's my chat view controller? So let's alert view controller. Let me look there first. They got rid of the thing I need here. View alert contents. Yeah, this is what I need. Well, I got rid of that, but I did. It was not smart of me to get rid of that, but you know, we are where we are. View chat contents. Private chat settings DAO wired. So chat settings. Settings by ID. There we go. Hey, Shin. Welcome on in. Thanks for the raid as well. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. Just getting back to some coding of Magenta Breeze here. Also taking a look at hey, Just T, welcome. Also taking a look at the vertical plugin for OBS, which I don't have it streaming right now. I'm just kind of looking at it in the preview window to try to figure out like how best to use it. And boy, it's not great for text-based content, is it? It's really not great. Yes, I have switched over to Thorium because it actually runs a lot faster and better than Chrome. I'm still, the thing is though, I'm testing the app in Chrome because, you know, I gotta test it in there first and foremost. But I'm trying to use Thorium for all the other things that I can, hopefully. So we'll see. I've already switched over to Thorium on PC. On Linux, I'm kind of straddling the fence there, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. But yeah, the vertical plugin is I'm gonna have to figure out some things on the text-based stuff because there's very little of the screen you actually can see when I expand it out to take up the whole window. So it's probably gonna have to take up half and then kind of shrink it down a little bit more, which is gonna make it even harder to read. But you know what? I don't understand the fascination with vertical, viewing things in vertical, but it's apparently out there, so I gotta do what I gotta do, as it were. But yeah, just kind of doing that, and I'm working on just getting some chat stuff fixed up here, or getting the baseline of the combined chat working. I've got the settings page all working last night, and now I'm just kind of working on the both how it's going to look in OBS, and also I want to get it a portion of it working on the home page that you can then pop out and use as a doc in OBS, or just pop it out of the web page itself and use it. So I want to try to get that. I don't have it hooked up yet to like YouTube or Twitch yet. I have to still figure out what I'm going to do there. I was looking into the YouTube stuff, and it's a mess when it comes to most things, but when it comes to chat particularly, it's like an unsustainable mess, because you have to poll for new chat messages, which means every time you poll, you're using up API credits. I think 5 credits per poll. You only get 10,000 a day, so that's not going to work out. So I have an idea that I'm going to use I'm going to use HTML unit to load up the pop-out chat panel for the channel that you're linking to, and I'm just going to scrape it. I'm going to see if I can put a listener in for the fetch commands that it does, because that page, I was watching it, actually polls every 10 seconds or so for more chat messages, and I'm going to see if I can pop a listener in there and listen for the JSON coming down from the server and try to parse out the chat messages off that page, and then that way I won't be using API credits to do it, and then hopefully also pull the like alerts and stuff off that page too. We'll see. So basically screen scraping. because that's just like, it's insane, like the restrictions they put on you, and then force you to poll for messages. You know, it's just it's craziness personified. And then I gotta look into how Twitch does it, because I think Twitch does a pub sub thing for chat, if I'm not mistaken. So I have to look into what they do for that. Hopefully it's a lot more sane than YouTube. At least in the case of Twitch, I don't have an API. I don't have API credits to worry about. So if I have to poll, I have to poll. But and then there's technically you also have to poll YouTube to see if the channel's gone live or not. But I think there's also a URL that you can sit on that will notify you when a channel goes live. So I'm going to try to do that too through screen scraping. It's just craziness. Just absolutely craziness. Am I on Plasma 6 now? No, I'm not. I still have some updates here, but the last set of updates I did, caused me issues with like some Java-based stuff. So yeah, I still have a few updates here, I think, but yeah, some of like JVM stuff started going haywire, that I've never seen before in my life. It go haywire like that. Like my debugger right now will occasionally just crash the JVM, which is just, I've never seen that before. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's not great. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's just not, it's something I've never seen before. So yeah, I've been kind of holding out a little bit on it, so I can just get this. I'm trying to keep the computer in a stable enough state that I can release the software. I don't know what I'm going to do after I release the software, but trying to keep it at least to a point where I can use my tools and stuff. Like for instance, I normally use Aqua Data Studio, and it just hard crashes now with an OpenGL error. Ever since I updated my last update I did. So I've had to switch over to, I found this other thing called dbeaver, which actually isn't too bad. I mean, this works kind of nice. But yeah, Aqua Data Studio, it'll open up, and as soon as I try to run a query, it dies and says there's a underlying JVM, like the JVM actually seg faults with the OpenGL driver. So, and I don't see anything online talking about why that is or what's going on or anything. So yay, 2024 year of the Linux desktop. I mean, that's the worst part of it, right? Is like you find some, you get a GUI going that is, you get a setup that works for you, that you like, gets out of your way, and then you run into something like that and no one else, there's no help online. Like there's just nothing. No one else has encountered it because no one else has the same setup. And it's just hilarious. When's year of the Plan 9 desktop? Yeah. The old Plan 9 from outer space. Oh, did you? I don't know if you guys follow it, but one of my favorite things, Riff Tracks, the guys from Riff Tracks who used to do Mystery Science Theater 3000, they had their YouTube channel just randomly terminated. And they're like, what the hell is going on? And apparently you know, for a hot minute, they had a parent company that had a YouTube channel, and they haven't been under that parent company for years. They've been independent, and YouTube terminated their parent company's channel, or former parent company's channel, because of, you know, copyright problems. And they just decided, oh, well, this other channel who used to be under there but isn't anymore, well, they must have copyright problems too, so we'll just terminate them. And it's like, no, these guys actually have licenses to do the things that they do. And they finally got their channel back the other day, after a lot of outcry from the internet. But yeah, that's craziness. That's insane. I think YouTube is getting really crazy with some things right now. It's like, I just realized, like, I just tried to, like, the Magenta Breeze account I just created on YouTube, and I was going to use that as my testing ground for, like, live streaming and stuff. And I go to try enable live streaming, and it's like, oh, you need to give us, you know, your phone number, and, you know, blood type, and you know, driver's license. And I'm like, what the hell? You need to send like a self-addressed stamped envelope with, you know, your doctor's note or whatever. I mean, it's insane. Just to turn on live streaming ability. So I ended up giving in and just giving them my phone number, and then they're like, okay, live stream enabled in 24 hours. It's like, oh, all right, fine. I had to wait for it. Oh. But anyway, craziness. And you know, and also what's funny is YouTube has like a rating feature apparently. They call it like a channel shuffle or something. I forget what it's called. I have yet to find where the hell that exists in the dashboard. Like, apparently it's there somewhere and you can do it, but good luck finding that wherever it is. Live redirect. That's what it is. Yeah. Live redirect. I'm like, I have no idea where this thing is in my dashboard. Nowhere at all can I find it. Maybe it's something that's not even enabled. Maybe I have to, like, you know, go get a proctological exam or something to enable that. I don't know. I don't know how that works anymore on YouTube. But that's the state of things right now. Because you got between YouTube shenanigans and other streaming sites shenanigans. Hey, Fluttershy. Yep. Shin raided a few minutes ago. But yeah, that's where I was at with that. But I was looking around at some of the other sites that are out there still, and Beam is like just lying about their view counts and stuff. It's just crazy. And I think SharePlays, I looked at SharePlays, I was like, oh, I think twice now I've gone on there and there's been absolutely no one streaming at all on that. So that's been a thing. What am I programming? So I am programming an application that I am calling Magenta Breeze, and it is chat settings row. That's what I want to do. Let me see if I can get it to start up here so I can show it. But basically, it's a streamer alerts / chatbot thing that I'm working on. And let me see if I can compile this and bring it up. But it's going to be one that you download to your machine, and it's running on Java, but I've embedded the JVM, so you don't have to download a JVM or anything. It compiles itself, and it has a little launcher that will run, and then you can open up your web browser from it, and everything, all the user interface is in the web browser, normal web browser stuff. And just kind of doing it just because I've been struggling to find I've been struggling to find a bot that works all the time and that has all the features that I want. And so I thought, you know what, I'll write one with the features that I want, and I will test it myself, and then if it's halfway decent when I'm done with it, I can go and release it to everyone for free. So come over here. So this is just the user interface. It's still early, but you can go add your linked accounts in here, and I've got these wired up to where they're actually pulling your account name and your profile picture. So you can do YouTube or Twitch right now. And then you can set up some alerts, and whether or not they're active and all that stuff. Still working on the user interface here and having some stuff in here, but basically you can, that's not even working, is it? I'll have to fix that. But there's you can edit your alerts, you can create new ones, what do you want the text to be, and size, and image, and audio, and all that stuff. And then I'm working right now on the combined chat settings. So basically, you can make the chat show up on your screen, on the on the as a browser source in OBS, and you can put it all, have different settings for it and have the chat show up on the screen, which is what I'm working on now. And then my goal immediately is to get it linked to both YouTube's chat and Twitch's chat, and have them combined together into one. So you can just display that, and then circle around again and do actual alerts, like get the alerts wired up, because right now they're not. Right now I can test them, but it's just a local test. It's not an actual alert from Twitch or from YouTube yet, so I have to do the wiring for that. But I've got the baselines in there, and yeah, I mean, essentially that is what I'm working on here, and it's coming along, but it's as with anything, it's slow going because I'm learning some stuff as I go along. Like I do Java as a normal as my day job, but a lot of the stuff I'm having to work with here I've never had to work with before, like API, like the YouTube API and the Twitch API and stuff like that. So yep. It's really easy if you know that. If you know that stuff, yeah, it's hard to. The problem with something like this is that there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background. Like, it's easy when you show, pictures and people can see what you're doing, like on the screen here. But what you're seeing on the screen is a tiny fraction of like the stuff the craziness that's going on behind the covers. And that's it's hard to not talk shop when I'm talking about the under the cover stuff, you know. A streamer going over code for a mod for a game they made trying to figure out why it was not working. Fast forward a few hours, finally they found the error was one small typo they made. Yep, that happens shockingly frequent. It's I had something similar in this project where I was just looking at something and I was like, why is this not working? And then when I was trying to do the YouTube initial linking of your YouTube account, I was looking at it, I was like, this stuff's not working, it's not bringing back the tokens I'm looking at and all that stuff. And then I realized what was going on, and I started going down this path of like, well, now I have to go implement this whole other thing and do all this stuff. And then I took a step back and I looked at it, I was like, wait, why don't I just do this one operation and then this other one right after it, and then it'll just work. And that's what I ended up doing. I do end up like throwing a lot of code away, going down blind alleys, backtracking, you know, it's a lot of that. The dumb thing is YouTube's API makes everyone suffer from a 5-minute delay. Yeah, I mean, so what blows me away, T, is that not only does YouTube API require you to poll them for chat messages, but they themselves use their own API. So when I pop out the chat and I look at it and I watch it in, the browser dev tools, you can see every 10 seconds it goes and makes another call looking for more chat messages. Every 10 seconds it's making a call to itself to look for more chat messages. And I'm like, the insanity of that blows me away, right? But at the same time, I'm like, there's no way that I could ever do that and not burn through tokens, API tokens, like a madman. Which I think is something that Caster Labs was running into a lot of. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw that noise. They already, they have a browser page, right, that you can pop out that has your chat in it. So I'm just going to see if I can run a headless browser, which is to say, for those who don't know what a headless browser is, basically it runs a browser it's a web browser in everything except there's no GUI. So it's like programmatically running a web browser. There's no UI. I'm just going to run that and just hopefully let the JavaScript just do its thing and keep doing its polling. And it's all YouTube's code that's running. It's not my code. And then all I have to do, hopefully, is like listen for those calls and snag the JSON blobs that are coming down and interpret them. I hope. I don't know if it's going to work or not. You know? Botrix wishes YouTube or to use WebSockets. I think everybody wishes YouTube would use WebSockets. I think I would love for YouTube to use any kind of modern conventions, because it looks like their API was written, they're maintaining and updating their API, but it looks like it was written, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and never really updated. So when we get to see the rant, it's just T save share play. Oh man. Yeah, I appreciate from a technical standpoint, I appreciate what SharePlay has tried to do. But from a practical standpoint, I don't know what they're smoking. right? It's like they could have just as easily done exactly what I was doing with the Hex project, right? Which I intend on getting back to, which is just do all that coding and just put it out on GitHub and let somebody else who has the wherewithal, the resources, and the time to make that into something. Just make a site out of it, you know? Because that's what it needs. It needs, you know, it's. I mean, I'm an introvert through and through, and I look at SharePlace and I go, "This is a site run by introverts, right? You know, nobody wants to talk to anybody." And I get it. I totally get it. But, you know, you're never going to get people over there to do anything on the site. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's saving them a ton of money because they don't have anybody streaming on there. But, oof. You think they shot themselves when they said games only? Yeah, that's one. Well, that and they're, you know, beta invites only too, I guess. Wish Apple brought them to court for stealing already trademark. Yeah, 2 different markets. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It is a different market when it comes to trademark and all that stuff. And even copyright, I think you have to specify market what you're going to market the copyright on, I think. Yeah, it's, you know, it's funny too because I've been ever so often keeping tabs on the Glimish Discord, and, you know, without saying anything because there's really nothing to be said over there. There's no one to say it to anyway. It's dead as hell. But just recently someone came in and said, yeah, I'm going to, you know, use the code for Glimish. I'm going to take the Janus back end and I'm going to take, you know, Glimish front end, and I'm going to go make a site for it. I'm getting all the business plans together and all that stuff based on what was there. And, you know, that's great and all, but they then said, oh, and I'm trying to get it to work on Windows and all this stuff. I'm like, I wonder how technical this person is. I wonder if they realize that the internet pretty much runs on Linux, and that's why all that stuff runs on Linux and runs on Docker and all that stuff. You know, like, I mean, they have all that there, you know, all the Docker stuff and all that stuff is there. They could spin up a droplet, you know, in no time. But they're trying to find some other way of doing it, which is interesting and weird. And it's just, the only reason I didn't touch that with a 20-foot pole is because there's history in that code that is like, that code needed someone who understood the language better to go in and just clean it up and standardize everything that was there, because there was a lot of stuff. There were pages that did paging and there were pages that didn't do paging, and you know, it was just, there was a lot of just nonsense in there. You know, barely operating Atari 400. Yeah, right. Do I also? No, I don't make games, although I have thought about it. To be very honest, I do mostly web applications, which I guess this technically counts as a web application because it's running in a web browser. That's what I do as my day job. And I've been doing that for over 20 years now. since 2003, really. And I wish here's my dilemma. My dilemma is that the label game development. Well, that's Twitch. Yeah, Twitch has like the software and game development category, which I think automatically puts a label on it. That wasn't a label that I put on there. Yeah. In my case, it's just software development. My dilemma right now is I want to do more coding streams than I'm doing, but I also love playing games, and so I don't know how to balance those two things. Because if I do more coding streams, I'm gonna probably burn myself out from coding. And because I was doing gaming streams to kind of unwind and relax. At the same time, there's a lot of games that, like I like to finish games that I start whenever I can. So it's just been. And at some point here, I feel like I need to take like one day off a week, because right now I'm doing 7 days a week, and I love streaming, but there are days where I'm just like, I just want to relax today. I do not want to be on camera today. You know? So that's kind of my dilemma at the moment, is trying to balance those two things. Plus, I've got a regular YouTube channel, and I'm playing games off stream and recording them for the regular YouTube channel. And I've got a ton of those just piling up right now. Trying to get those rendered out and put up there as well. And it's just it's just it's one of those things, right? You do stuff you love. There's never enough time in the day to do it. You do stuff you hate, and there's nothing but time. That's what it kind of ends up being, I guess. The fact that I don't have enough time in a day means I must be doing something right, I guess, through all these things. But yeah. But I do, getting back to the game development stuff, I do want to make a game at some point. I want to make and I want to do my own engine. What I was thinking of, it's not even like my own engine. I guess I want to start with an engine that is already out there, so I can learn how to do a game engine. So what I was thinking was, there's a project that I followed for a long time that is it's called FS2 Open. It's the Free Space 2 open source project. Because Volition back in the day released all the source code for Free Space 2 out to the internet, but they put a license on it and says, like, you can use this, but only for non-commercial stuff. And there's a whole group that has maintained and updated it to like the latest DirectX and all that stuff. And there's a whole modding community that has made modded games for it. So not only can you play like Free Space 2 on it, but you can play like a lot of Wing Commander fan-made games on it, and other things. And it's gotten really, really solid and stable. And the crazy part of my brain is like, wouldn't it be cool? I mean, it's all written in C. And it's like, the crazy part of my brain is like, wouldn't it be cool if I ported that to JavaScript and had it run in the browser? So I've always, that would allow me, because it was mostly software, there is some hardware, like, DirectX and stuff in there. but it also has a software rendering engine because it's old school enough that it had its own. So I thought like that would at least teach me how to do an engine, the basics of an engine, and then I would have, fan created mods already sitting out there that I could just bring down and see if they work. So that kills two birds with one stone there, right? So that would be interesting, I think. Get a job you love, you'll never work a day of your life. Yeah, exactly. Chords plays games exclusively on the Lynx desktop. Yeah, there you go. Just kind of stopped. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. There's streaming is it's a thing, right? You have to. It depends on what you're trying to get out of it. Me personally, there's not really anything. There's just, the stuff that I want to get out of streaming, I've kind of gotten out of it. I'm not looking for necessarily a big community. I'm not looking for money. I'm just kind of just looking for a hobby that I can use to chill with. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. It keeps me away from the refrigerator. So I don't eat myself to death. It helps to, break up an otherwise monotonous day. And, it gives me goals to kind of work towards. Goals as in like, I want to complete this game, or I want to get this application written, or, stuff like that. And then, one of my goals is, and this is like the first time I've had a goal like this, is I want to try to get the YouTube streaming channel to a point where I can unlock memberships and stuff, which is, I think you need 500 subscribers and like 4,000 watch minutes or something like that. And the watch minutes are pretty good. The subscribers have been slow as usual on YouTube, but it's been steadily increasing. So I'd like to get to that point there, just for the sake of doing it, for no other reason than just to say that I did it. Yeah. You're doing the same for your shorts channel? Yeah, I was looking at the short stuff too. And that's the other reason why I was looking at this vertical plugin, because it links into the in-memory buffer that OBS runs. And so you can capture moments directly in vertical without having to go into my editor and doing it. Because I have it set up in Vegas Pro, which is what I use to edit my videos. I have it set up in there where I could take a 1080p video and make a short out of it, with all the stuff and all the fillings and stuff. But it would cut down on time if I could just, save it as is in that vertical format and then just pop the, logo or something in there and call it a day. So that's why I'm kind of looking at this and seeing what works and what doesn't, for that kind of thing. Plus, I think James over at Super James Lounge on Twitch, he's done something where he can he was live streaming vertically in addition to the normal horizontal. So both, 1080p, and also doing the vertical stuff. Because I think he was on TikTok or something like that. And I kind of want to do, I can't do TikTok, but I want to see if I can do like a live YouTube short, which is a thing now. It's not, so I guess it's not really a short anymore. It's like a YouTube long, but short, a YouTube long and short. And you can stream to that. And I want to see if that kind of, works or doesn't work, or what happens with that, what happens with those things. So we'll see. Still kind of weird though. It's kind of weird to watch something in vertical because everything gets cut off except for the very middle of the screen. It's, I don't know. But I guess it's one of those things where you do it just to get your channel out there, and then you just give people a link to go to the main channel so they can see it in full glorious 1080p. Full glorious 1080p. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, what I want to do is get these chat settings onto the page. I also need, this is going to be the tricky part, I need the event to give me the message to display. So what did I do with the alert here? Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened here. So I gotta put a path variable here. There will be different chat panels, so that's the ID. ID will be the chat panel ID, but then I still need from the event. So what is the event? Right, where do I answer the event at that fires off? Do alert event payload. I guess I can look to see where I see the references for this. Alert events service. Got it. Okay. Here we go, event ID. Right. This goes to the JavaScript on the page. And then that is triggered. So I think it's likely I'm going to be sending this as a post then, I guess. Probably. So let me see. Chat. Let's chat settings. Okay. New chat. This is the chat contents. Yeah, here we go. Handle. This is e-event. Do animation. All it's doing is triggering the animation. Which makes sense for this particular one. Yeah, it would only trigger the animation. So then I need to... guess... yeah, so the chat message is going to be... So I guess I'll be dynamically adding the chat message. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world to dynamically add it. So then that means on the... What page was I on? Chat message page, I think it was chat message. Yeah, okay, so there won't be text here. Instead, I should give this an ID. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. No, so this is gonna have to be okay. I think I know what I have to do here. This is gonna be a div. SD flex. And then ID equals chat box. All right, and then this has to well, I still have access to, I think I'll still have access to the chat settings stuff in the model. Yeah, I think I'll still have access to it. Well, need this per se, do I? I mean, well, if I have multiple on the page, yeah, I guess I need that for what I'm doing, but it'll be okay. So in the data of the event, detail, right. So what we'll do, so I don't go crazy here. Function display chat message. And I guess I'd have to. So what message HTML. Am I doing that right? Yeah, I should be doing that right. Okay, so paste this in here. Font size. Let's make this font size. Next color. Do this, copy this up here, up there, change this to text color reference. All right, so then I want to go to contents ID, so it goes on there. So chat. Settings ID. Chat settings ID is. See the chat. Chat contents ID. I'm not going to have access to I have access to this stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna have access. I'm not gonna be able to have access to that. Unless I put it on the. Unless I put it on the page itself. How am I gonna do this? This is not right here either. But the problem that I'm running into here is that I separated out the message. I separated out the message from the event that's going to receive the message. I separate out the display of the message from the event that's going to receive the message. Which makes sense in the context of alerts because you can have multiple alerts on the same page. And it also makes sense in the context of a chat panel because you could have multiple chat panels on the one big, like one of my goals is to make it so that you can have one browser source to rule them all if you really want to. Where you can have one browser source that has both your alerts and your chat panels on it. And so in order to do that, in order to not have them clash, everything has an ID, and then I reference them by their ID on the page so that they can all stay separate. It's an internal ID that you don't see. But now the issue is that in order to do that, I really have to segment the page up like I've done. Segment the logic of the page up, I should say. These all end up getting combined together into one big page. But the logic itself is spread over multiple files that all get combined together. And all those files have their own scope, essentially. They all have their own playground, if you will. Where if I create a variable like this, under normal circumstances that would be available to all the other playgrounds, but because of timing, this page is being loaded up after the main page. And so this variable is not going to be available to be used on this page where I'm actually handling the event. So I guess the long and the short of it there is I have to move this handler to the other page. Which I think I could do. I think I could do that. It's just going to be... Like, I guess I can keep the animations on this page. Because it'll be there and available to this other page, which comes in second. So yeah, I guess I could just move this entire JavaScript block. Although I feel like I'm getting to a point where it's going to be hard to follow this. Like weeks and months down the line, if I have to come back in here to make changes, I'm not going to understand where anything's at. It's a weird one. I guess the other question, this is the trigger alert. I guess this is the best way to even do that. Because for an alert, this makes sense. But for a chat message, and yes, chat messages should fade in and out, but they're also going to be in like a scrolling panel, because multiples will probably come in at the same time. What I'm essentially saying on this div up here is I'm telling HTMX to on an SSE trigger alert, which really in my case will be trigger chat. It should go and retrieve the contents here and put them inside this div. Because chat can be additive. Well, I could trigger a... I could trigger JavaScript instead of doing an HX get, I think. Let me see here. I'm going to go to HTMX. Wherever it is here. So I've got HX trigger. So can I trigger filters? Triggering requests. Different behavior, you can use HX trigger attribute. But special events. Not SSE here, so let's just get history. I guess trigger allows you to trigger client-side events. I feel like that's more what I want to do. Takes trigger after settle. And I just listen for that event. Because this is the case where... Yeah. So what I could do, what this is saying here is I can, on the server side, I can trigger a JavaScript event by name. And then in my JavaScript on the page, I can listen for that event to come in and then do stuff based on it. And I can give that event a payload as well. And then I can use that in the JavaScript. And I'm getting the feeling like that's what I want to do for the chat stuff, because I don't need it to load a page up. I just need the page to already be there. It'll be empty. And I just need messages to come to scroll into view, basically, well, essentially. But I just need to tag new messages onto the end of it, and then after a certain timer, remove those messages. So for instance, basically put the chat messages into a JavaScript array, say, with a timestamp on it, and after a certain amount of time goes by, remove those other messages. Remove the messages from the queue that are older than so many minutes, and then that way, when it flashes up on screen, I'll just be dumping out the contents of that array onto the screen, formatted as HTML, and then I can trigger an animation that will hide it after, a minute or something. And then next time a message comes in, it would put it into the message array. It would clear out the messages from the array that are too old to be shown again. And then trigger the animation, put it on the page and then trigger the animation to show it. And then that would then trigger the animation to end after however many seconds. I think that's what I want to do for the chat stuff. I'm also wondering if that would have been a better way of handling the alerts, but alerts are going to be a lot different. Alerts are static, essentially, but they also have like sound and images and stuff associated with them, whereas the chat is more dynamic in nature. So I feel like doing this differently for the chat is probably a good idea. So yeah, I think that's what's. I think I have to do it that way. I think. So I have to rework this a little bit. Well, actually, I'm reworking it a lot, but it's instead of having that triggered that way, when the event triggers, so I won't have to do. I won't have to do SSE at all here, the server-side event at all. Because I'm going to... Is that true? Yeah, but how do I... tell it to... How would this trigger work, though? These response headers can use to trigger client-side actions on a target element within a response HTML. So the only way I could do this either I would have to poll myself, which isn't a big deal. Or it would still have to be triggered via the SSE stuff, which I kind of like as a better idea. Because then I can keep the server-sent event stuff in place. But the chat contents ID how do I register this again. I do something to register this, right? I do view chat. Yeah, there's the SC Connect. Chat SSE. Right, so then, yeah, I think this will work because I could trigger it with the ID like I'm doing now. That right? I can trigger it with the ID. Sorry, I'm just going over stuff in my head here. Yeah, I can trigger it with the ID I have. And in the header response here, instead of putting the details there, I would put them in the event that's generated. Do that. In the controller, and then I don't have to set any model variables. There's not going to be anything on that. The only thing that's going to be on the page that is returned is this thing. It's just the chat box itself. And then I'll have the messages in JavaScript and blast them out into the chat box, the ones that are relevant. Yeah, I think this works. So over here, I don't need this at all. Well, I'll need to retrieve the chat settings. I just don't need to set them anywhere yet. I'll need to write the header out. And actually, I could dump the chat settings as JSON. Or actually, better yet, have an object that has that in it plus the chat message. But that, how do I get I need the message somehow. Where does the message come in at? That was sent. The message that was sent would come in from the handle SSE because that's got the ID right now. So then that would also have the message in it, hopefully. Yeah, so then my where's my SZ emitter at? Was that in the... That wasn't in the service, was it? Yeah, it is in here. Send emitter. Okay, this is where we do the payload stuff. Okay. What's their event list? Okay. So I gotta copy this. And this will be that service. Chat that so chat event payload here. What do I have in there? Do I have the message in there? I do have the chat message in there. Good. Good, good, good. Sending chat event. Let's trigger chat. Then data. This is the data line. Object. Response body emitter access. Send the object format as a single SSE data line. Let's go into data my object. Paired with the given builder, for example, name update ID1 data my object. If I set an object, what exactly is that doing? I don't know what this, I don't know what that does if I just give it the payload object. I guess I could try it and see what happens. Save that. So this is for the chat event payload. I guess the only thing I could do is do a console log and see what comes out from that. So what I'll say is console log event detail ELT. I'll just do that. Just log that part of it. Okay. So this is at that just so it doesn't cause problems. Chat view controller is chat view and an ID. Okay, so let's rebuild this, and what I got here. All right, so over here, the chat thing. Okay, let me create new tests. Create new there, and then this is ID what? Two. All right. That's two. So we'll do duplicate tab. This out here. And we're going to chat view 2. Did I get that wrong? Slash chats slash view slash 2. Oh, without a slash at the end. There we go. Okay, so inspect this. Not found chat SSE. Well, that's gonna cause things to not work. All right. Let's close that for a second. SSE. Handle events. Did I not pull that over to the chat view controller? Oh, I didn't. Well, that would be a problem. I wonder why I left that one off. I don't know. It's service. Work events service. Do private chat events service. There we go. That would work better, hopefully. And clean the working directory. And start this server back up. Okay. Let's do another duplicate here. And so I want to do chat view 2. Do inspect. Using HTMX1 extension of HTMX202. That's weird. I thought I upgraded to the latest stuff, but I guess not. Have to take care of that warning, but okay. Load resource. 500 error. What was the 500 error? Internal server error. I don't know why I did that, but that's what it says. Let's just see if this works anyway, despite that. No, it's getting a 500 internal server error. What's going on there? Oh, invalid free marker, invalid reference. Chat settings, chat text color. Okay, yeah, because it's not being set on that page, but that's fine. Let me just get rid of that for a hot minute here. I just want to see if this is what this looks like and if it's working. Although that means the chat settings is not. Is not set here on chat view controller. Oh, right, because I removed that. I shouldn't have. What's going on there? Model and attributes. Chat settings. There we go. I moved it without really thinking. Okay, so start that back up. So over here, let's clear this out. Clear that out. Reload this page. Another internal server error. Oh, right. Just ignore these for a moment. Yeah, so I should be able to just refresh the screen here. There we go. what that error is from HTMX, but looked like it actually ran. Let's try this. Whoops. Wrong thing. Now it's having an error as soon as it comes on the page here. It won't tell me what the error is. Which is really annoying. My guess is it just doesn't like what I'm sending back in the emitter. Well, let me see here. What if I just did object mapper, mapper, string payload JSON is object mapper. Right value as string payload. String JSON payload. Actually, it'll be JSON payload. Go and logger error unable to convert payload to JSON. Okay. See how this looks. It comes through. All right then, and we're here. Clear this out. That still getting that error. I don't know why that is. Yeah, it's not parsing it correctly. Like HTMX is just having an error here for some reason, and I don't know why. I've had this before too, because it doesn't like tell you anything. It just dies. Is there anything in the log? Just out of curiosity here. What is this? Servlet output stream failed to flush. Stream is going to stay closed and is not writable. Unable to send event ID 2 to a knitter. Servlet output stream. Okay. So this is the problem. So why would it... What does that mean? Exception. Can't say more data. And async request not usable exception. Exception handler will store the old state. IO exception. Wait for it already. Controller device ignoring it. Got these exceptions when using SSE. Async task executor. So they're just ignoring the exceptions and then it's fine? Like I don't understand why it's even throwing it then. Shouldn't have to handle exceptions in SSE. Text event stream value. Move your own legal state exception though, and I don't see from a snippet how. Ripple, yeah. Response entity exception handler. Response no longer usable is handled in default handler, but not taking any action. However, as the resolver is ordered, take effect. So is this 620M7? This is a recent thing too. 620M7. So I don't even know what, I don't understand what they've actually changed there. But this is due to me upgrading Spring, I guess. So what version of Spring do I have now? I am at 6.1.11, and this is 6.2.0 release kind at 7. So then what did they, so basically they are throwing a, I don't understand what they're doing here. They're basically, these guys, to get around it, just ignore the exception altogether, and then it just works. Controller advice. Exception handler. Spring boot. I wonder why they're doing it as controller advice. Instead of just as an exception handler. If I do this, what happens? Does it just suddenly start working again? Because that would be rather hilarious. But, oh, they have it on the controller itself, though. So over here. All right, so then we have controller advice. Where did he put the yeah, he just put it straight in line, right? Which makes more sense. Put that here. Option handler. And this one. Okay. This is 620 release. Okay. I guess I'll try that. See what happens here. This is what I get for staying on the bleeding edge of Spring Framework. We break in everything here. Okay. Come back here and there and bring this page back up. We'll reload it. Actually, let me clear this out and then reload it and see if that error goes away. No, the error's still there. Start async request for chat SSE. Saying that response remains open for handling. And, completed 200, okay. I mean, everything looks fine here now, but still complaining about it there. But let's see what happens if I do this. Nothing happens. Okay, why is HTMX unhappy? I really wish they would give me a real error here. So you're using an HTMX1 extension of HTMX202. So maybe that's the difference here. Why is this extensions.htmx.org? Why is that saying that is my real question here. At least I got rid of the bogus exception, I guess. I guess it was a bogus exception. I don't even know. But yeah, here's my package JSON. So I'm bringing down HTMX 202. So then extensions.htmx.org. SSE. Uh, 222 SSE.js. How do I get this down to... Is that why I have it copied over there? Or is that... Am I grabbing it some other way? Crap. Where do I grab this from? SSE.js. I'm taking it from HTMX.org. This ext, which sounds like not the place to get it from anymore. 222. I want to. Why don't they have this packaged up somewhere? Why would I go out to the web every time to grab this thing? That's stupid. Only stupid people think that way. Where can I grab it and bring it down? Stream. Migrating from previous versions. Yeah. I have those set up already. But I want the detail ELT, the software. I just want the JS file down locally. I wonder, let me do this. Copy. I don't want to take it from a CDN. I want to freaking. I just. This drives me up a wall that they're just like, yeah, just put this script tag in there. Like, no, I want it local. I don't want these things to get updated randomly on the web. You know, like it just opens up a security hole because now anybody can get to that freaking CDN, change the contents of that, and now suddenly everyone's broken. Like, what the? Like, I want a local copy of it so it doesn't change unless I change it. I don't understand why they don't understand this stuff. See, this is saying NPM. I wonder if it's on NPM here. NPM. Come on. Published 9 days. Here we go. Published 9 days ago. 222. Okay. HTMX EXT SSE. Okay, this works for me. If it's on NPM, then I can just do this. Copy this and oops. Is it Control Shift up? No. Control Alt up. Shift. God damn it! What did I make the? What did I make my? I never remember the keyboard shortcut. Where the hell is it at? Next terminal, next session. Oh, Control Shift T for news. Okay. There we go. All right, so wait, where's the I think it's /node npm I htmx ext sse. Cool. All right. All right. And then I just gotta change the POM file. Pull from there. Let's see if maybe that is part of the problem here. So I gotta go node modules and then htmx xtsse. Okay. htmx ext sse. This is EJS there. All right. So let's run. Let me stop the server here. Whoops. Let me do that. Let me stop the server. And I'll run and verify. Should copy the new SSEJS over. I gotta find it here. Webinf JS. Is this the new SSEJS? I have no idea because they don't have a version number in here. So I guess we'll find out. We'll see if I get that warning again. Okay, so over here, clear all these out, do a reload. Alright, so it must be the latest one because I'm not getting that warning anymore, but I am still getting that error. Let's try this anyway. Oh, well, something happened this time around. That's a good sign. Okay. 400 bad requests. Chat contents. Oh, ID. Yeah, okay. That would happen. So where are we at here? Not view chat, but chat mess. Not chat this one. Yeah, chat contents should be yeah, it's inside a string, so I gotta do chat settings.id. Right. So that one I don't have to restart the server for. Let's do this and reload. Still getting that error, but whatever. Do this, send test message. Aha! There we go. So under ELT, internal data, wait. Yeah, ELT was what I was looking at, right? So what happened here? Or where is it at here, I guess? ID, chat message ID. That's not right, but okay. Would it they move where it is now? Like where did my data end up? Or was it ELT and then data? Data sets. DOM string map. I think it's data. Although I was doing ELT ID, which is definitely not. Well, I guess that is correct, yeah. But event detail. So where is the? Where am I at here? Extensions, htmx.org, SSE, named events, receiving unnamed events, receiving multiple events, trigger server callbacks. That data, detail ELT is the swap target. But how do you get the data portion of it? This is the data. That's equally as unhelpful. Application streaming. Setup. Views. Application signal. Templates. So now. Notification. Response data by SD response. Parse the event name and then look for the element that has the attribute event name. Okay. Once just additional data together with the request. Yeah, that is not helpful. None of that is helpful. Website updates, new lines. What did I was logging the event detail. Let me just log the event itself. I have a feeling it's not going to be helpful, but let's do that. And reload. Clean that out. Send that. Okay. HTMX after settle. Details. Internal data. Oh, do there. Edit context, first child. Element child. This is the element. This is the element on the page. That was the element on the page, but that's not the data that came back from the event, from the SSE. That's weird. HT and access SSE data. Row to table. Class-side templates. That's not it. Subscribe to a relevant channel. Image. They're just doing event detail. Event detail data. Event detail data. So is that they're listening for HTMX SSE message. Should I be listening for message? That's a good question. SSE open, SSE error. Before the event data is swapped into the DOM, if you don't want to swap, call prevent at all. It's been swapped into the DOM. Details field is a message event. This is an event created by event source. So yeah, I guess I gotta listen for HTMX SSE message. Alright, so if I change this to SSE message, event.details.data. Save that and see what that does here. Okay, I do this. Cannot read properties of undefined. Okay. So that's not thing there. Let's just try event details and see what comes back in that. Well, actually, details was undefined, right? Or I guess data. It could have been data that was undefined, I guess. What was that? Load. This. Undefined. Okay. Let me just log the event so I can see the hell is not undefined unit. All right, event. Data is undefined. Target. Detail. Here's the detail. There it is. Detailed data. Event ID to chat message is a test chat message. Okay. So I go. So event. This. Let data equal JSON parse event detail. Was it event detail? Data, was it? Event detail. Data, yeah, event detail data, okay. Alright, and then console log, event, event payload, data dot ID, ID, and then message data dot what was it called? What did I call it? Chat message. Oh, it's event ID and chat message. Event ID. ID and chat message. Okay. So come back over here. Let's clear this out. Reload this page. Hit test here. There you go. Payload ID 2. Message is this is a test chat message. There we go. All right, so that's coming through. Cool. That's half the battle right there. Half the battle is being on the right library version and also suppressing weird errors, I guess. Although that error literally did nothing because there's an error in the HTMX is throwing up, but then it's just working. So I don't know what purpose that stack trace was serving anybody. So fun times there. Okay, so we got this is a chat message coming through. And then I just need to put it on the screen basically. In the correct way. Assuming it's got the correct event ID, which we could check. Because I'm guessing it's going to handle a couple different events coming through. That's going to be the other weird thing is I'm going to have a lot of these. I'm going to have like one overarching handler for all the things if you have a one page with everything on it. Maybe I have to walk back my thing of having just one browser source and just say like, look, you just have to have multiple browser sources for now. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with here. But yeah, okay, so it's a matter of putting that on the page again. Okay, I'm gonna just stop here. I'm not gonna commit anything right now. I'm just gonna stop here for tonight because I'll take a little break before we do our multiplayer stuff tonight with Shin, and Cornut and Gray. So I want to take a little break before then, and you know, get a little recharge going. All right, so and I looking up there, I have some more things to do with the vertical stuff. I'll have to play around with that some more. There's no rush for me on that right now. But yeah, okay, we're gonna just stop here. I'm not going to raid out or anything. I'm just gonna kind of let you guys disperse on your own, but not before I say thank you so much everyone for watching. Like I said, I'll be back in about an hour and a half, about 90 minutes, a little under 90 minutes, with Shin and whatnot and others, doing some multiplayer stuff. And then tomorrow night I will be probably I might play 1 or 2 games. I'm not sure, but they will be new indie games that I'll be playing. I'm not sure which one I'm not sure if I'm gonna do just 1 or if I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna pick one. I have a feeling I'm probably just gonna pick one. So we'll see on that one. And then yeah, I have to figure out the schedule for the week. I think Monday is going to be more coding, most likely, Monday night, and then from there on forward, I don't know yet. I have to figure out what games I'm going to play. It's going to be basically a toss up this week while I figure out what games I want to play. I don't think there's going to be any Horizon Forbidden West this week, the DLC, because there's just a lot of other stuff going on. But you know, we'll see where we're at. Anyway, friends, that is it for me. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Oh, f the Moopsie is free!